Okay, so in this video, we will learn how to accept inputs from the keyboard. Okay, we will learn how to accept inputs from the keyboard. Okay, so now create a new file and name it accepting inputs. Accepting inputs, you can bring underscore between. So accepting underscore inputs. Don't forget to add the .py extension to it. So create a file and name it accepting inputs. Okay, so now let's look at how to accept inputs in Python programming. Now let's say I want a prompt that will tell me to enter a number, and then after that then I display the number. Okay, so I will use a variable to store that number that I will enter through the keyboard. I will use a variable to store the number that I will enter through the keyboard. So that variable, I want to call it num1, which is number 1. Okay, so number 1 equal int, and I want the number to be an integer. Okay, so num1 equal int, then I open parenthesis. Okay, then I type input. Okay, then I open parenthesis again. Okay, so between this parenthesis then I type my quote, and then between the quotes I say enter first number. Okay, enter first number. So num1 equal int, which is integer, open parenthesis, input, open parenthesis again, and then enter first number in quotes. Okay, the closing parenthesis are 2. Okay, the one for the first opening parenthesis, and then one for the second opening parenthesis. Okay, so we have 2 opening parentheses, this one and this one. So the closing parenthesis must also be 2, this one and this one. Okay, now I press enter, then I say print open parenthesis num1, which is the number that will be entered through the keyboard. Okay, now I save it and run. Okay, so look at the terminal at the bottom of the screen here. It says enter first number. Okay, so let me close the terminal and add something to it. Enter first number, let me bring colon here. Okay, then I save. Okay, then I run. Okay, so it says enter first number, then in front of the colon, then you click, so you can enter your number, any number that you want. So let's say 5. Now I have typed 5, so if I press enter, it will display the number that I have typed, and that command is print num1. Okay, num1 is the variable that is storing, or that contains the number that is entered through the keyboard. So num1 is a variable. Okay, so the entered number is stored in num1. So When you say print number 1, it means the number that you enter to the keyboard should be printed. So now after typing 5, then I press enter. Then 5 has been displayed again. Okay, let me close the terminal and run it again for you to see. So run. It says enter first number. So I click and I enter 5. Then I press enter and it has displayed 5. Okay, now let me close the terminal. Now I can say enter first number. I can also ask for second number. Okay, so let me copy this code. You can copy, you highlight, okay, then you paste. So here I'll make it number 2, and then here I say enter second number. Okay, so enter second number. Then I add another variable called answer, which is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, num1 plus num2. Then I say print open parenthesis answer. Okay, so here the program will ask me for first number. Okay, and then it will ask me again for second number. After that, it will add the first number and the second number, then it displays the answer. Okay, so now let me run it and see. Okay, so it says enter first number, so you click here, then you enter the first number, let's say 10, then you press enter. It says enter second number, then I enter 50. Okay, so now if I press enter again, it will add 10 and then 50 and display the answer. So I'm pressing enter. Okay, so the answer is 60. Okay, so this is how to accept inputs in Python programming. And because I stated that I will enter integer numbers only, that is why here is int. Okay, int, it means the number to be entered must be an integer. So here I have specified integer, so if I enter float or any number that contains decimal points, it won't accept. Okay, so now let me run the program again and see. So it is asking me for first number. So instead of typing an integer, I will enter a float or a decimal number like 5.5. Then I press enter. You see mistake. Okay, so that is how to accept a data or an input from the keyboard. So if I want to accept float, I will replace the integer with float. Okay, like this, let me delete, and I type float like this. Okay, so the first number to be entered must be float here, and then the second number should be an integer. Okay, so let me save it and run it again. You see, so let's say 5.5. Now it will accept because I stated that I will enter a float here for the number 1. Okay, so then I press enter and it says enter second number. The second number must be an integer. So if I enter a float again, there will be a mistake. So I should enter an integer like 5. Okay, then I press enter again and it will give the answer 10.5. Okay, so this is how to use, or this is how to accept inputs from the keyboard in Python programming. Share this video with others and also like, comment and follow us for more videos. You can also visit our website for our complete online IT training courses. Have a wonderful day.